What's going on, cronies? Cat Burglar back with you. Happy Thursday. Let's get right into the recap here. 3-2 night, winning night. We had Indiana. Obviously, I've been telling you guys that for a few days now. I really liked Indiana. A lot of other people were, after game two, were on Oklahoma City because, they basically were up 90% of the series or 95% of the series. But this is going to be a dogfight. This is probably going to go 7 games. I still think OKC wins the series, but it's not like they're going to win 4-1 or 4. Obviously, they can't win 4-1 now, but they're not going to win 4-2. This is probably going to be a 7 game series, and I do think they're going to win the series, but it would not shock me if Indiana won. Obviously, these teams are very closely matched. Um, and this could clearly go to game 7, which I hope it does. As a sports fan, I'm hoping this goes to game 7. Obviously, game 7s are the best, and that would be a lot of drama and be really cool to see. So that's what I'm hoping for. But 3-2 night, we won Indiana. We won Shea Alexander, the under 34.5 points. And then we also won the Atlanta, or what was it yesterday? Phoenix Mercury money line. We won. We lost Chet Holmgren. He went off in the first quarter. I think he had more than that in the first quarter, 14 and a half. So I really like that play too, and he just killed. So and then Jalen Williams went over as well. So 3-2 night, a winning night, and we're never gonna cry about that. So. Let's obviously game 4 in the NBA Finals is Friday night, and it looks like it opened up at 6 here, 6 across the board. The play I like here is Oklahoma City money line. I don't like Oklahoma City with the points. They upped it a point from what they opened it at in game 3. And Vegas is telling you they clearly think Oklahoma City is going to win here. And otherwise they wouldn't have bumped it up, that extra point. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma City to win the game. And go with Oklahoma City to win the game. Money line. Let's see what those are. So you can get that at Bet 105 right here at minus 225. Looks like it's somewhere between 225 and 235 across the board. That's what I'm going with in that game. If you guys want to get on it early, I think there's some value there. I think this could be bet up even more as we get closer to game time tomorrow. So you might want to jump on it now. If you think it's going to go the other way, obviously you'd wait. But I'm jumping on because I think it's going to go the other way. So it seems like this is kind of a back and forth series, and I think we're going to see a lot of that all the way to game 7. I do think this goes to 7 games. So, and then the other one I'm looking at is Shea Alexander over 33.5 points. I've seen 33 and 34.5. I like him going over that. He had an okay game in game 3. He wasn't super aggressive, but I think he goes over 33.5 points. That's what I got it at. I think he goes over 34.5. I think he has a big game. He always seems to bounce back with huge games after an okay game. And it wasn't like he played bad, but it didn't seem like he got the shot attempts that he got in the other games. And I still think he ended up with 24, 26 points, something like that. So it wasn't like he was that far off anyways. I mean, he's a walking 25 points no matter what. And he played 42 minutes. So I don't think they're going to be able to play Indiana the defense that they played on him. They'll make adjustments, and he'll make adjustments himself. So I think him over whatever you get it at, 34, let's just say 34.5 points. I think that's a play for me. So those are 2 plays I will be playing. Moneyline and Shea Alexander over. I got it 33.5, but if you get 34, I'd play it as well. And I'll look at some of the other props coming up as we get closer to game time tomorrow. But those are 2 that I definitely will be playing. Let's go in the WNBA. No games tonight in the WNBA. There's 2 games tomorrow. Chicago and Atlanta, Dallas and Vegas. Vegas lost last night to the Sparks. They got all the talent in the world the Aces got all the talent in the world, but for some reason they're just not playing up to it. I don't know if they've been good for so long, or Becky Hammond, like their coach, is maybe they need a new coach, a new voice. I'm not sure, but they're not playing up to their potential for sure. Dallas lost last night to Phoenix. Paige Beckers had 35 points in her comeback. She missed, I think, the last 3 or 4 games, so she had a really good game. But Dallas is just not very good here. So I'm looking at the over. This is not a play for me yet, but that's what I'm looking at in that game. And then as I look in Chicago, Atlanta, I see 9.5. And Chicago's really bad. They just don't have scoring. Now, Reese had a pretty good game scoring against New York, but even if you look at her past games, she has not scored the ball well at all, and they're getting their asses handed to them almost every game. And without Vandersloot, they really don't have a point guard to get them into their sets. Haley Van Lith, they tried to start her the other night after Vandersloot went down with the injury, and then, she didn't get as much playing time. They brought in a different backup point guard. Like, it's just an Ariel Atkins who had been playing really well. She hasn't, the last 2 games, she just hasn't found her shot. So I think she had 4 points against Indiana, only 11 against New York. So, she's due for a breakout game, but Cardoso and Reese just can't score. Cardoso's just a big stiff underneath. She's just not very good. So, to me, I can't see Atlanta not covering the 9.5 because I don't think Chicago can score them. And Atlanta's D is good. So, I probably will be laying the 9.5 with Atlanta. Atlanta is sneaky good in the WNBA. So, we got to watch out for them. They could kind of sneak up behind basically with Indiana and Atlanta right there and sneak up with Minnesota and the Liberty right behind them. So, but that's all I got today, guys. Obviously, no games today. I gave you a couple plays that I will be playing in the NBA tomorrow. I'm going to look a little bit closer at the WNBA. I may have a prop or so, but those are things I'll be looking at. Guys, I don't know if you're playing the baseball, but whatever you're playing today, good luck. Hope you guys catch some tickets, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with another video.